I want to introduce you to a brand that I'm working with called Dizzo. They offer dissolvable supplement strips, which means the vitamins are absorbed 4 times more than tablets and capsules. So these are perfect if you want quicker results or maybe you can't take tablets. You guys know that I only work with brands that I love. I am personally using their B12 strips and their energy strip. As a business owner, I get tired. So I kind of need that boost every day, and these are definitely helping with my energy levels. I'm also taking their multivitamin strips, which taste lovely. Go and check out their website in the show notes. Go and order yours and let me know what you think. Welcome to the Life of KG, your ultimate destination for all things motivation and business insights. Join me, Katie Godfrey, serial entrepreneur and the brains behind the KG brand. Along the way, we'll welcome inspiring guests and share invaluable business tips to fuel your growth journey. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a review. With that said, let's dive into the world of success together. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of A Life of KG. So before we get into it, I wanted to talk about retail. Now, so many people are coming to me going, Kate, how do I make more money in the business? Now, part of that is adding retail into your salon or clinic. Now, we have our KG Lash and Brow Serum, which we sell every single day and it absolute flies out. The margins are incredible because you buy it in at 14 and you sell it for 34. So it's a no-brainer. So if you like the sound of that, go and check it out on the show notes. Anyway, today, me and Amy are doing an episode.
Yeah.
Hi. So Amy's going to join me for more episodes because we're like business besties and we bounce off incredibly.
It's also a bit of fun, isn't it?
It's really fun. I mean, you should have seen us before this episode. We just don't shut up and we're just laughing the whole time.
I feel like we could talk about absolutely everything, can't we?
We can. And one thing we always talk about is awards.
Oh my goodness. We do have some very strong opinions on this, don't we?
We do. Are we going to lose followers after this?
Or gain some. You know me, authenticity and all that.
Definitely. So awards is such a big subject and I think lots of people put themselves under pressure to apply for awards. Some people feel the complete opposite and don't want to do them at all. What's kind of your view on them?
Well, you're like the queen of awards, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like you love an award. Love them. Let me showcase everything I've won over the last, how many years? 15?
15. I need to retire.
I am a bit of the opposite because everything I do is a purpose to make money, provide a better service. Or, you know, like we're all in the service industry, right? We're all trying to do our best. But I feel like awards take up so much time. And I also think they're really fucking corrupt.
There you go. She said it. Mic drop.
So I've had a few experiences. I have applied for some and I have been particular about which ones I've applied for. And then I just get the ump. And it's not about not winning. I get the ump because of the people that do win.
Yeah. Well, you don't feel that they're worthy of winning that?
Not necessarily, no. And I've had the few that I have applied for, I have had not great experiences. So shall I tell you?
Oh my God.
Right?
Are you going to actually drop the company?
Yeah, I am. I'm going in. Because I fucking...
Do you know how many fucking listeners we have on this show?
I really struggle with awards because I think there's some really, really great ones out there. But I found out from you the other day that some people pay to be judges.
Yeah, don't get me started. This is my thing. This is my hate thing at
legit?
the moment. We've got so much to talk about. What one do we touch on first?
Right, so I tell you my first application, right? Okay. So I thought, you know, Mui's, we're like killing it. Couple of salons, like our service is phenomenal. We very, very rarely get a below a 5-star. So shouldn't it matter what the clients think rather than what the industry perspective is?
Yeah.
But I found that that's not the case. So I had, I applied, I think it was best nail salon or something like that. I can't remember. I applied for a few and it was professional beauty ones that I applied for. And this was a long time ago. Like I'd had Farnham and Horsham and that was it then. I hadn't franchised yet. And I applied and I didn't even get through. This was my first application. I mean, my application was probably shit because I'd never done it before. But the feedback I got from one of the judges who reached out to me afterwards
Okay.
to say, like, I just wanted to reach out. Your application was great, but I wanted to give you some feedback. And I thought that was a really nice touch. And it was a brand that I'd been working with for a long time. It was Sweet Squared.
Mm-hmm.
And I was using shellac and I was like, that's really lovely. Samantha Sweet, she was really nice. Do you know what her reason is that I didn't get through?
What?
Because I didn't emphasise enough on retail. Guess who I fucking bought my retail from?
Them.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, hello? I was like, how can you downgrade my award application because of retail? Am I not applying for best nail salon?
Yeah, not best retailer.
Not best retailer, no. And where am I buying my shit from? You. Oh, okay. So now I need to emphasise and put more of a push on retail so that I buy more from you. Oh my, that was my first.
To push their business, like that's why that is.
And it really gave me the
so
ick.
do you still buy from Sweet Squared?
No, I changed product range anyway, but it really gave me the ick because I was like, why are you judging me on my retail?
Yeah.
Like, also I think some of them are really dated. So you're being awarded on a type of service that was probably really good in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And now, 2024, it's a different industry, different world. Clients are wanting different things. And where are the movers and shakers in the industry? Why are we still rewarding the same people doing the same shit that we were doing in the 80s and 90s? Why are we not rewarding the people that are moving and shaking the industry and for the better?
Yeah, definitely.
And making the change and leading the way with innovation or tech or whatever it is. I just feel like it's a bit backwards.
Yeah.
So that was my first one. I had another one where I put someone forward for wax. I can't remember. It was a Babtac one. Was it wax salon? I think it was waxing salon or waxing trainer or something. I can't remember. But the person that won had literally done a TikTok video. Oh my God, this really boiled my piss. she done it. The person that won this waxer of the year.
Right.
I think it was, or wax trainer of the year. She done a video on TikTok saying about wax grazes and telling people, she has a big following of students. She's a lecturer. Don't worry about wax grazes. Stick Sudocreme on it.
Oh, wow.
So for the last 2 years, I'm trying to change the waxing education, move people over to hot wax so that we prevent these wax grazes, because people are being sued left, right and centre, but also because education in MVQ is still teaching people to use strip wax and that hot wax is just like an add-on. Mm-hmm. But also, you know, people are using retinol, wax products have got better, the clients want better results, all of these things. It's like a recipe for disaster if you mix strip wax with that.
Yeah.
So I've spent years trying to educate on moving away from strip wax, and everybody should just be doing hot wax. I even give colleges my hot wax training for free because I want them to teach, because a lot of the trainers don't know how to use hot wax properly.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you have this for free, just teach your students so that when they go into the industry, they're not using strip wax and taking people's skin off. We call it a graze, which is like downplaying it. You're ripping someone's epidermis off. Like, it's that simple.
Yeah.
So the person that's going to suffer is the therapist, right, that's doing it, and the business owner. The business owner is probably going to fire the therapist that's doing it, potentially, because it's a claim against them.
Yeah.
That poor therapist doesn't know any different because that's how she was taught. Business owner might not know any different because that's how they were taught. So I was like, this massive campaign, we're trying all this stuff to move it over to help, right? And then this woman does a video saying, it happens. Let's talk about grazing. It happens. Don't panic. Don't stress. And I was like, have you ever been sued? Have you ever had a lawsuit about a wax graze?
Yeah.
Because you would not be thinking that if you have. But also, have you ever had that happen? And she was like, it's happened a few times. Don't panic. Just advise the clients that their skin will heal in 4 to 5 days and to put Sudocreme on. And I was like, are you fucking having a bubble? What are you doing? And this is the person that's won. I'm out.
Oh my God.
So I made a conscious decision. I'm out.
And you never applied
again. I have applied for a franchise one though.
I think like, there's different ones, isn't there? There's industry ones, there's business ones. And I think the business ones are completely different. You've got obviously got the NatWest Awards, you've got LimeWire Awards. Like, there's quite a few ones that are like, you know, more business, corporate, that type of thing. And I think the winners ultimately come down to the judges.
Yeah.
It's down to the judges who they pick. Obviously, I've been a judge now for many years because I don't apply for awards anymore because
don't?
my list is way too long.
You've already had a ball. Leave it for some others.
No, like jokes aside, we have won over 20 awards, which I love. But
has it made a difference to your business?
In the beginning, yeah.
Right, okay.
Now,
like brand awareness.
So in the beginning, I won my first award in 2014, Lash Tech of the Year, Babtech. And it was the first time they'd done the Lash Awards as part of that whole award system. And oh my God, like it meant so much to me. Like when they called my name out, I bawled my eyes out on stage. Like it made so much to me. But then it depends how you then market yourself from that. So instead of me just winning that award and then being like, oh, I won, and then tell my clients and that's it, it was all over socials. I went to the local paper, went to the industry magazines.
You're so good at your PR though.
I am so good.
Yeah, you really are. But it wasn't, I think also what I liked about all of your awards and how you've done it is it's not an ego thing.
No.
Right? Because everything you say, we are an award-winning salon. It's not me, I. It is we are an award-winning salon. Yeah. And I love that. I absolutely love that. And I think that's probably why it's helped you so much.
Yeah, definitely. And I always do that because I definitely wouldn't be here without my team. We wouldn't be as successful as it was without my team. Okay, you need a good leader behind them to push that. Yeah. But even like putting, like you have put the team up for awards rather than just awards for me. But that being my first award, we got clients travelling far and wide, especially because lashes, again, wasn't a big treatment back then. It was still quite new. So people wanted to go to people they trusted. Yeah. But if I've won an award, awards were very new. Lashes were very new. I just think I hit at the right time.
Yeah, it was that perfect storm, isn't it?
It really was. And then from there, we went to going doing more and more. I'd get my team to enter them, and it really did grow us.
Yeah.
And just to have the line of being a multi-award winning salon, it does help that credibility.
Of course. And when you are getting the PR, they're going to look at that.
Yeah. So for me, it's like a whole system. It's a whole system that goes into place with that, which is then where we will monetize off it because people will get to see us more, we're more visible, that type of thing. We'll get more bookings.
Which is fundamentally what you're doing it for.
Yeah, definitely. So that side of it, absolutely amazing. But I think as our industry's evolved, as awards have grown as a whole, people are now seeing it as more of a business opportunity.
Mate, I get awards. I say it like this because I've never even heard of them. I had one, I can't remember what it was, British Beauty Award or something. Contacted me, you've won an award. I was like, I haven't even applied for anything. What are you talking about? Oh, it's going to cost you £120.
Yeah,
and I was like, for what? I didn't even apply for anything. And they're like, you've been nominated. Bullshit. You've gone through the equivalent of yellow pages. Like Google, which business has got good Google reviews? There you go, you've won.
Yeah.
It's just a business now. They make money from being an events company.
And don't get me wrong, it's always been like that. But I think more people nowadays, unfortunately, have money at the forefront of their minds than anything else, rather than the passion or what actually am I in this business for. So now they're just saying, oh, I could set up an awards company. I can charge everyone that applies. Then we could do an awards night and we can charge everyone to sit down. Oh, and actually, let's just add on top of that, let's charge the judges to be a judge. Yeah. So now it's just a massive, they can make so much money from it. But unfortunately, people like us, or not so much us now because we're more educated on it, but getting sucked into it. And that's what
it's just so saturated, isn't it? But now all it's done is what's the word? When it's sort of it's saturated it, but it's not demonized it. What's it called? There's a word where it's cannibalized it. So it's taken out all of the good stuff. So you can't see the drivel and the good stuff. And I've never had a client book in with me because I've won an award in the past or because I've been nominated. Yeah. Might be different for you because you got 20,000, so people will choose you. But I've never had a client say, I've chose you because of this. They choose me because of my Google reviews. They choose me because of my social media content or whatever it may be. Or because we're certain experts in certain parts of the business. And I think that it's got to change. Something's got to give. And also, these people that are paying to be judges, it's all so ego. It's all so egotistical.
It is.
Look at me, I'm a judge. And it's bollocks. I call bullshit.
Which is why I really stress about this subject, because being now a judge rather than someone that enters, for me to have that status, I've worked hard to get there.
Of course you have. And you deserve it.
I've won the awards in the first place to be able to judge. I've been in the industry for a long time to be able to judge. And I would like to say I'm very credible within the industry. So then when you see people that are jumping on this award business and then they're going, oh, it's £200, £300 if you want to be a judge. Them judges don't know any different. They think that that's just normal then to pay for that slot, to have that. But for me, I'm like, oh my God, I got asked to be a judge for a certain awards and I won't name them. But I was like, yeah, that's fine. I can do that. Then they sent me a bill for £300. Sorry? You should be paying me. Do you know how long it takes to judge if you're going to do it properly?
And are we getting the same number of applicants for awards? Like as what we used
No.
to?
So I also judged an award not so long ago. And when I say I take it seriously, I take it so seriously. Like it'll be in my diary. I'll block out X amount of hours. I make sure I research everyone on whatever the requirement is, because all awards are different. You have to go by the awards requirements, or you might go by, it pisses me off when you have to go by like social media, or you might go on Google. There's different requirements for everyone. So I blocked out all of this time to judge this award. And I think I was doing Salon of the Year or something. And it come through and there was 2 applicants. And I had to choose a winner and a runner-up. There's only fucking 2 people that have applied. Are you joking? So what if they're both shit?
What do you do? It's
So
like
I was
qualifying someone that's shit just to get a qualification, isn't it?
Honestly. So I actually went back to the organiser and was like, I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. I can see there is a clear winner here, but I can't say the runner-up to runner-up. And I was like, so I'll give you a winner out of the 2, but that's all I can do. You're going to have to pass it on to other judges to decide. But
then surely if you're there and they're doing the lead up, you know, because that's the exciting thing, isn't it? How many 10 people are in that category?
Yeah.
How's that going to look?
It's just really bad. But for the person that's applied, they don't know any different. They might think they're up against X amount of salons or hundreds of people. Not to know that there was only, because they don't know, do they? So they're like, oh my God, I've won. And I'm like, mate, there's only 2 of you in it. And it's just, it was from that and the judging thing that I was like, I'm not judging anything else now unless I know the background of how they're getting them people in, what have they paid to be there, how many, if there's not a certain amount of people in, it's out. So me and Julie Knight, we had World Lash University. It was a conference we used to put on every year. It was amazing. And part of that, we had an award system. Now, Julie is the most incredible human being as well. She's really lovely. She's by the book on everything. And she's just really like us. So when we used to host these, I know, it's very rare. So when we used to host these awards, you would get like some categories that wouldn't get as many people apply, and you'd get some that would apply for loads. So we would say if there was under like 10 or so people, we would pull that award, so it wouldn't go forward, because it's not fair. It's not an actual award. But then also what we've done is we've done blind judging. So this is what I will now go on to judge with other people, because I strongly believe in blind judging. There's lots of times you have to sign like NDAs, and if you have, say for example, one of my clients is part of that I can't then judge it.
Fair enough.
Which is good. So we used to do blind judging, and then we used to send it to the judges, and they wouldn't know whose application this was at all, because it was all on their application, pictures of their work, etc. That's what I call good, like good judging, because they haven't got a clue. They can't go on, oh, actually their social media looks good, because social media looks good, but actually in salon they might be absolutely shit, and vice versa. They might be amazing in salon, but haven't got no time for No, they used to be. But not anymore.
But no one has time, and they're doing it remotely. And I understand. And also everyone's margins are squeezed as it is, so they're trying to save money. But how can you judge best salon if you haven't been there?
No,
and
I think there should be less awards, like, and we always say it should be like a regulated thing, but it's not going to be. But if it was a regulated thing and there was only a few a year that you could apply for, and there's a budget, because they're all making loads of money, so why aren't the judges getting paid to actually do the work? And the judges go around. So there was an award that I done years and years and years ago, and I went round to every single salon. And it took me like a week to go through all the salons. But that's a legit award.
That's how it should be. But charge better, charge more. And, you know, even the big players,
Yeah.
you know, even the big ones, I just think it's a bit of a popularity contest, which icks me out because we know how we feel about like this whole popularity contest, and we are like the odd ones out, square pegs round holes over here.
See us in our corner.
Yeah, like the industry can be so cliquey, and it's the same people, isn't it? It's the same people kissing each other's arse, or the same people that's like now becoming authors or now doing all the awards, and it's all led by, they've all got the same like consultant or coach or something. And I just, oh God, it just drives me insane.
I worry that sometimes people will put me in that category though.
Why? I mean, you're not there having your photos taken. It's the same people in the same photos, all leading the same.
I'm always on my own.
Me too. But now we're not.
No,
now we're not. And I'd rather it be tighter. I'd rather our business crew be tighter, but also I just feel like there's people that are using the same PR companies. They're all supporting each other, which means it's all not backhanders. I don't want it to be like that because it's not, but they're all supporting each other and helping each other, which is why it's the same faces getting seen everywhere.
Now, I have two opinions on that actually. One, I feel like there's one side of it, you know, the cliquey groups. It's just all cliquey and it's just toxic and it's like, ugh. But then I've got the other side, which I feel that I can slot into, of especially when it comes to the mastermind. When I was part of the mastermind before, everyone within that mastermind got so close, and they were all within different industries. The website
that's the thing.
industry.
It wasn't just the beauty industry, right?
No, which is maybe why is that the difference? Because even now, in that mastermind, bear in mind I left nearly a year ago, they all still support on my socials. Yeah. For example, lots of us have gone to do write our books and that, and we'll all be the first that goes to buy it on launch day. All really, really, really supportive.
But that's magical. That's so magical.
So magical.
But also I feel like you've created your own community with your mastermind and the salons that you're working with.
Yeah.
But I do feel like there's a really cliquey part of the beauty industry.
Well, the dinosaurs.
I can't believe you're actually going to say it. Yes, the dinosaurs that have been around forever and ever and ever. And we just don't fit in that crew, do we?
No,
and
but
actually, I don't want to.
One day we might actually be the dinosaurs because we're
probably
still
are.
in this industry.
We're saying about dinosaurs, and we're actually the dinosaurs. Give it a few years, and we will be. Everyone's like, who do they think they are?
Step down.
Yeah. I just feel like I think maybe there was people that judged Muiz as well, which is probably why I'm a bit bitter about it. I think there was people that judged Muiz like it's a bit. I don't look like John Lewis has thrown up in my salon, so I don't fit. So yeah, I don't know. I've made a very conscious effort of just staying in my own lane, doing my own thing, and I think along that way I've picked up like literally 2 or 3 people that I trust.
But I think that's the best thing that can be done. Sometimes people will look at the industry or business as a whole and be like, oh, I want to be in their gang, or I feel like I could fit into there.
Yeah.
But it is about always staying in your own lane all the time. And then if you meet people along the way that you really connect with, like we did, like that's then a friend for life that will have your back, rather than, I'm just going to be in this gang because that's the gang to be in.
I never want to be in a circle of people where I feel a little bit uncomfortable. No. Or what are they going to say behind my back? Or what do they really think about my business? Or, this is where I get a little bit prickly because I want to protect you. I think there's so many sharks that just want to, they see this massive following of yours and they want in. They want you for something. Yeah. It's not about like, well done. Well fucking done. You have done brilliant things with what, your brand, your salon, what you've created so far. I'm really proud of you. It's what can I get if I partner with you? What can she do for me? That's the side of the beauty industry that I absolutely can't stand and I avoid like the plague.
Yeah, and it happens all the time, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't got 30,000 followers and like all of that jazz, but do you get that?
Yeah, all the time. I think I've become a lot more like known to it now, and I can spot it from a mile away. And I think that's why as well we've had to put things like, for example, sponsors in place and different things, because I'm like, if you want to work with me, then it's going to be this.
Yeah, right.
Or if you want me to promote your product, unfortunately you've got to be a sponsor, just to make it easier for me to shift out certain people, because they will just, the famous one all the time is, I would love to sit down and have a coffee with you. Mate, who's got time for a freaking coffee? Like, one, I ain't got time for coffee. Secondly, I don't like small talk. And like, it's just a mutual beneficial coffee.
So funny. Like, what for?
Like, coffee. It's like, I ain't got time for coffee.
Wowzers, yeah.
Yeah, you get that all the time. Yeah. But it is like, like if I get on with her, then I'll be able to do this, or I'll be able to recreate that. But it doesn't happen like that. And that's why friendships like ours and the other friendships we've got,
it's got to be an authentic connection, right?
Yeah.
And then if you can and support, you will either way. But also you've got to be each other's cheerleaders because you give a shit and because you want to.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I really struggle with. I feel like it's really inauthentic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's people that will go around and take a picture with people that are known in the industry just to put on social. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I have no interest in any of that. It makes me feel a little bit sick.
Bestie!
Yeah, like, you don't know me, but you want a picture of me, or you want a picture with all these people. I can't bear it.
Yeah.
Look at me, a big showy. I'm not interested. I'm out.
No, I don't blame you.
And I feel like the awards are a little bit like that. And I've been to a few of them, and it is so, like, the ab industry has got some of the most incredibly beautiful people inside and out in it. And then it's also got these sharks, dinosaurs, sharks, whatever we want to call them. And I just think, like, pick your people wisely.
Yeah, definitely. And I do think, like, if you are listening and you feel that under pressure that you have to apply for an award or win an award, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But if you feel that it's going to do something like, for example, like me, and you've got a whole strategy behind it,
what's the
then
purpose?
go for it. Like, definitely have to see what is it an ego thing, or is it because you've got like a whole plan behind it?
Yeah.
Then go for it. But don't feel like, I'm not an award winner, so then I'm not worthy or anything like that.
I'm not good enough. Bullshit.
Yeah, it's none of that at all. So if you want to apply, amazing. If don't. The tips I would give you, though, if you do want to apply for an award, is put your all into the application, because there's so many awards that I judge and you literally get one-liners.
Really?
Yeah, one-liners is really, really interesting. And then you get some people that put their heart and soul into this application, and they'll give me a bit of backstory and a bit of personal branding and about their salon and about their team and how they look after their teams.
Yeah.
Like, it's those that, well, for me, when I judge, that get through, rather than people go, I'll just quickly bash this application out.
Yeah.
So really, really put your all into it. And if you have got any type of personal branding story where we can see that, you know, you've come out the other side and you've been working really hard in the business, that also really helps.
Yeah.
And we both know filling out award applications are so time consuming.
There are people you can get to do it, though, isn't there?
There is, but it costs so much money.
I met a lady once that has written a book about applying for awards, just in general. She was really nice, actually. But also, what's your view on ChatGPT in it?
What, with awards? I think you can spot it a mile away.
Can you?
Unless you're clever with it. I think it's good for
put the instructions in wisely with a brief of your salon and your backstory.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because what awards was it that I judged? It was literally a few weeks ago. I was judging them, and it's for a Lash Awards, and I could spot a mile away this application for ChatGPT. Like, it wasn't even tweaked straight away. No. Like, no.
So it would be a no from you?
No.
Okay. So what are your standouts, that any awards that you have judged in the past, or anything you've gone, wow, you deserve to win, that was phenomenal?
I think really I love a story.
Yeah.
And I think that just helps with anything in business anyway. If you have got that story where, you know, maybe business was so hard in the beginning and you've broken through it, or maybe you've come from a really bad background but it didn't stop you anyway, or anything like that is really good. But then obviously there's lots of people that don't have that aspect, which is also completely fine. But then I think just showing like the raw side of it, and it's not been easy to get where you are, because we all know business isn't easy.
Yeah.
The effort that you put into your training now, like how much it means to you, your client focus, like making sure that the clients are at the forefront all the time. If you have a team, how you look after them, how you educate them, how you train them, like just everything in general.
Because it's quite hard to be innovative.
Isn't
it? Because there's so much competition. There's so many other people and we're all doing great service. Otherwise we wouldn't be in business.
Yeah.
But it's quite difficult to be innovative, isn't it? Unless you're creating tech.
I think it is hard. It is hard. But I'm just like, just be raw and honest on your application forms. If you want to use ChatGPT for that, that's fine. Like put it all into there.
Yeah. And
then it will make it sound so much better from there. That's fine. But don't just be like, I'm doing an award. This is the question. Can you give me an answer? Copy and paste.
Yeah. Yeah, because it will just be too generic, right?
I mean, at least change it to English spelling.
That's crazy. That is nuts.
I know.
So what's your view going forward on awards? Like, I think I'd still apply for a few, maybe, but I think I would go down the more franchise. And also, when you're talking about that mission, that purpose, what's your reason for doing it? Mm-hmm. Mine is brand awareness.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I want everybody to know about Muiz and that Muiz is a great opportunity for people that want their own business. Mm-hmm. Like, why set up a salon from scratch when you know nothing and have no management experience when you can just buy one?
Franchise, yeah.
So that's my mission. So then where would I find those people that want to buy a salon? That's the thought process behind it.
Which is where what you're applying for will be very different to another person. That's why you need to do the business awards. And there is franchise awards, isn't there? The franchise awards. So it's just being picky, I think, on what you do apply for. And also, what do you want your name to be against? I know there's loads of awards out there that I would not want to be a finalist, thanks.
No, I agree. I've only had one franchisee or potential franchisee said, oh, God, I've seen all your awards. And actually, do you know what they were? The Forest Awards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because they're all on my website.
Yeah.
And actually, do you know what? The Forest Awards are probably my biggest pride. Because we win every single year across all salons.
Yeah, it's going on fact.
I think it's genius. It was a genius thing that they came up with.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we've won every year and we've done our 5-year ones, and every salon gets it and it's now a big thing. And like they're all in the windows of all the salons and on our website. I think that was brilliant. But also there's no cost. It's all really authentic.
Yeah, definitely.
That, you have an average of 4 or more, like in your customers love you.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's what matters, isn't it?
It is, definitely. It is about customers and building the business, not the ego of being able to put it online.
And I think if you ask yourself the question when you're applying for an award, what's your purpose? And if it's for me, I to be the status, then what's the reason for that? Mm-hmm. Why do you want that status? Yeah. Or why is that important? And is that personal branding status important for your next level?
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever it may be.
Yeah, you definitely have to work backwards and be like, what is it that I'm doing this for? Or even if you're looking being like, I would really love to judge awards, like I would love to start doing that, then definitely apply to win some to know what the process is. So it just depends on what you want it for.
Do you think that's helped anyone, Kate?
I hope so. But what I have actually got, I actually created just a PDF on Canva
of course.
On like different awards that I do feel are legit. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever, but just compiled a list together because I get so many people asking me all the time, what about this one? Okay, what about that one?
What do you think? What are your top 5?
Oh God, you're asking me. I'd have to get them up now. My top 5, I'd have to get them up. I can't remember. There's so many
in the show notes.
But I will. But there is a list that I could send out to you if anyone is interested in that. I could just ping it over. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. You have to do research. It might be stuff about them I don't know or whatever, but they're the ones that I'd say, yeah, you're good to go with that. So yeah, hopefully that did help.
Maybe.
So yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, there's no pressure. Apply for them if you want to. Don't if you don't want to. Yeah. And see it as fun as well. Like, just see it as fun. And I actually see it as a massive learning curve when you're filling out the application form to be able to look back and be like, when it says like, what have you achieved in 5 years, for example? To like enjoy doing that and be, wow, I've actually done that. Like see it as a big thing for you rather than the winning of it.
Especially if it's the legit ones, especially if it's the ones that have got some weight, that, you know, that do look really good.
Yeah.
The bigger ones for sure, but also the industry body ones, I would suggest, are like probably the better.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, definitely.
And then, yeah, be proud of it.
Yeah, definitely. Be proud. And when you win, you win. So
it's a great event as well, isn't it? Some of them.
That's what?
Some of the events are really good, aren't they?
Oh, I think they're really good. And I think it's good to go as like, especially if you're a salon and you've got a team, like all going, getting dressed out. It is going to dent a hole in your pocket a little bit. But it is a good team night out. It really is. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that helps. Yeah. And if you do want that document, then just let me know and I'll just ping it across to you. And yeah, thanks, Amy.
You're welcome.